Hello and welcome to another quick video here on my channel. My name is Casmo, and today Alex Hutchinson is in a little bit of trouble for what he said on Twitter. And if you're wondering, who is Alex Hutchinson? Why should I care for something a random guy on Twitter says? Let me explain. Alex Hutchinson is now the creative director at Google Stadia, worked at Assassin's Creed before that, and also created with his team Journey to the Savage Planet. And now he is the creative director at Stadia. So he is not just a random person on the internet, he's actually a person with some weight in the gaming industry who, has just like acquired like a lot of knowledge, or so you would think. But he made a very peculiar statement. He said, streamers worried about getting their content pulled because they used music they didn't pay for should be more worried by the fact that they are streaming games they didn't pay for as well. It's all gone as soon as publishers decide to enforce it. The real truth is the streamers should be paying the developers and the publishers of the game they stream. They should be buying a license like any real business and paying for the content they use. Says the creative director of Google Stadia. How is this possible? Like, I would have understand if like a random Joe on Twitter would have said this, but this is coming from him. So the first part, he's not wrong about this one. Streamers never had a license to stream the games, and technically there could be people saying, hey, you were not allowed to stream our game. I sent a DMCA claim out. I stop you from creating videos in any shape or form. They could do that. They could do that, technically. But why is nobody doing it? Well, it's pretty simple, and this is what this dude is not getting. Like, what does he think how his mother company, Google/YouTube, is making billions and billions of money every year from content creators? Especially gaming is a huge portion of YouTube. It's a huge percentage in their actual revenue every year. How do you think they are doing this? By content creators paying a license? No, ad revenue. But yeah, YouTube is not a creator. So that's a bit different. Yeah, but he's pissing against his own company, which is not a smart thing. But okay, let's say he has a spine and he's doing that from time to time. Then he still doesn't understand how content creation has survived that long. There is a reason why publishers haven't stopped YouTube creators, live streamers for decades, because they actually thought about it. In the early days, there was this discussion if streamers should pay a license or something, or if they're even allowed to do that. And you know why this never did go anywhere? Because the content industry got numbers. Huge numbers, to be precise. They got numbers about how much more units they would sell from their games if content creators would support them. Like, let me give you a recent example to make this understandable for everyone out there. Heard about this small little game called Among Us? Heard about it? Yeah, probably, right? Among Us came out 2 years ago. Wait, what? It came out 2 years ago. I thought it came out this year. No. And you know why? Because nobody heard about that game before. It came out 2 years ago, officially, out of early access, and nobody cared. Nobody gave a damn about this game. And the developers also didn't support any content creators. So that game, poof, disappeared. And then a year later, actually, I think it was YouTubers, or at least content creators in Asia, and I think in particular South Korea, found this game, and it started to take speed. It started to take a move forward, and more content creators around the world heard about it, till it then reached Twitch here in the West and just exploded. And even the developers admitted themselves they never even thought about content creators. They thought it would just be a waste. They thought they didn't want to do anything with them, and they just ignored it completely. Now that they have seen what content creators could do for them, they were like, damn, they have said that in an interview. They were just like flabbergasted by what content creators can do for their game. And they are absolutely grateful for that. And they would have never even dreamed about asking them money for that. It's like, it's absolutely crazy. What this man is proposing is that basically the person who is advertising your product should pay for it. And that is what he's not getting. And that is the problem. Like, and again, if this would just be a random Joe on the internet, I wouldn't make this video. I wouldn't care. But again, this is the creative director of Google Stadia, and he has a lot of weight to his words. So when he proposes something, there might be some idiots out there who are actually thinking, yeah, this is a pretty good idea, let's do that. No. Like, this is how you kill an industry who has supported publishers a lot. Like, again, publishers know what they got. And every like publisher developer was like super grateful for the content creators most of the time. Yeah, there's some moments where it doesn't work out and there has been issues and stuff, like in every industry. It's an industry. Like, there are always like some minor issues here and there and things you have to iron out. But most of the time, whatever I heard from content creators, by publishers, by developers who work with content creators, this was a good idea. This helped us a great deal. Thank you so much. Like another example, last year, Apex Legends. I wonder how Apex Legends would have been if content creators wouldn't exist. Like, this dude has no right to talk about this, has no clue, and the position he is in, it's kind of frightening that he has basically a certain amount of power in the industry and is blurping out this bullshit. Like, this doesn't fly. And, well, I might be a little bit cynical about this, but this can only come from a person where content creators have basically evaded their platform. Content creators, interestingly enough, don't give a damn about Google Stadia. And maybe this is just a reaction of him, that no content creator like cares for their content, and this is him leashing out. I mean, wouldn't be the first developer, publisher, whatever, who's doing that. When content creators don't care for one, they're like, oh, content creators are bad. It's like, yeah, no. Maybe you should release a product people care for. And let's be honest, your Google Stadia is a very problematic product. So maybe you should fix that first before you're trying to fix the content creator industry, which doesn't need any fixing. That was it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I see you next time. Bye bye.